Because before, if it was like, oh, I have to like leave work and drive in traffic, and then it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
But
it is
now, lunch break, you can sit in your car and do 45, 55 minutes.
Have a whole conversation.
Yeah, and have a whole conversation.
Right there in the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I just called Dekel and bitch. And then he sends me a bill. So what do you think about websites or apps like BetterHelp? Are they seeing the same people over and over again, or are you just jumping on and getting a random therapist every time? I don't know.
With BetterHelp, that I'm not sure.
Okay.
I
know
did
there's some
hear,
quick hitters now, right?
Yeah, so like I did hear that like if you don't like your therapist, like you can switch. And I mean, that's really for any therapist. So if you go and see someone and you're sitting there in front of them, because even when I'll do a phone consult, like 10, 15 minutes, usually after that, they're like, you know what, I have a good feeling about you, and then we'll schedule our intake. Even after the intake, I'm like, okay, how was that for you? Do you want to continue? And if they're like, yes, I'm like, great, you know?
Right.
And there are I mean, I'll have to say 99% of the time, if I do an intake, they continue. You know,
That's good.
That
reflects well on you.
I mean, hopefully, but there are times where I'll work with a client for maybe 6 to 9 months, and then like, hey, it's been really good, but I want to find a therapist that maybe looks more like me or had this,
Really,
and that's fine as well. You know, I have to say that for a long time, especially in the Black community, we didn't go do therapy. Like that's just not what we did, right? You solve the problem on your own, right? You know what I mean?
Knuckle out.
You go to the barbershop, right? You know what I mean? Or if you're a woman, you go to the
for me, growing up
hairstylist.
in a small town, you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't a Black community; it was very much a white community. But but if you were going to a therapist, you were weird.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
I've been
People
telling my
talk
mom
about
for years, like, you should see a therapist. You know, she's been through a lot of shit, and she's never gone.
Back then, Black people didn't talk about going to the therapist, not at all.
No.
The word couldn't even pronounce the word.
Right,
at the time,
right.
You know, so now it's a big thing. You know, so.
Yeah.